Dr. Eve here. Hope all is well. Welcome to my live. It is a great day to be amongst the lands of the living. So, you guys, I am liberating myself, like absolutely liberating. What does that mean, Dr. Eve? I'm purging. I'm purging anything that no longer serves me. I am letting go of things. I will not idolize things. If it can't go with me to the hill, then it's probably got to go. It's going to be just some temporary things in this house. Why? Because I realized that the more things you have, the more fear you have of letting go of things. And I am now realizing at 62 years old that there's too many things in here. Why not just have a decorated home? But why all the things in the drawers, all the things in the closets, things you haven't seen before, things you don't use, glasses and plates and all the things? Baby, I am liberating myself and it feels mighty good. So, happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Hello there, Krisha. Good to see you. I was just talking about, my liberating experience. Like, because, baby, are you ready to run to the hills? Listen, because Matthew tells us, Jesus told us in Matthew, when that great day, that day of tribulation. Oh, thank you so much. Aren't they just the cutest? On that great day, there will be much tribulation, unlike anything we have ever seen before or will ever see again. And know what he told his folk? Run to the hill. Can you take all that stuff with you that you got in your house? Like, how many coats do you have? Like, how many pairs of this do you have? How much of this stuff do we actually need? So, for the love of God, I am giving it all away. I decided on two coats I'm going to keep. One that's a really, really nice warm coat. Hey, Christian, a really warm coat in case I have to run to the hills and need to stay warm. Then I have one dress coat. That's all I'm having. Listen, because somebody needs some coats. Somebody else needs these things. I have a coffee maker, but I only drink 1 cup of coffee a day. I got a whole coffee. Why am I making 6, 8 cups of coffee? I'm taking it to somebody. Somebody needs it. All the pans, pots and pans, they coming out. Why? Because I don't need them. What I need is small this, small that, small the other that can fit in my car. Because when it's time to go to the hill, you got to have your truck ready. You have to have whatever you getting in to run to the hill. You need to have that prepared. It's called emergency management preparations or emergency management plan. Whatever your P stands for, do that, okay? But the Father said in Matthew, run to the hill. He didn't say I need to stand by, stay here, fight this fight. He didn't say I need to do none of that. He said run to that hill. Run to the hills. Do you have a map? Can you grab? I don't know what that means. Anyway, let's go look at the garden since we are talking about being prepared. I have literally emptied out a room. Listen, these beans, listen. I'm trying to find places for all of these beans and things that I need to keep, right? Preparing my cabinets. I'm getting rid of all of this stuff in here. All of these, anything in these, everything got to go. Blankets, I'm going to keep a couple of blankets, but a lot of things got to go. I have begun to clean out this room. This is a room for my daughter, but this is the den area, so I decided to clean it out so she can have it. And baby, I'm not leaving nothing in this room. So I'm going to take my computer back to another room. I might put this in the kitchen. It's my treadmill. So I might put that in the kitchen so I can just put it down and exercise when I need to. But baby, none of the look, this gonna be a studio apartment. I don't know what I'm gonna do in there, but I'm working on that. But baby, I'm cleaning out everything because wow, I don't need it. Things make people fear. Listen, this is what you need. This you need your herbs, your medicine, your food, you need a shelf like this. Like, what can you begin to can? This is turkey broth. This is bone broth. So this is good medicine. This is what we must begin to have. And listen, and even this, I can't run with all these cans, but I can run with my seeds. So your seeds is what's important. Your seeds, two of everything, baby, and get rid of everything else. Because listen, things gonna have people idolizing. I'm not idolizing nothing if it ain't except the seed in the ground. And I'm not even gonna idolize that because if it don't have the proper backing, if I idolize it, God will take it away from me. So baby, I am freeing myself. My chickens over there, I didn't let them out this morning, gave them some good water because it's hot. One of them decided to stay in the house, so she in the house. Y'all want to see my babies? And then I'm gonna take y'all on a little garden tour because I've been changing a lot of things. So the garden is what's important to me because it is where we grow our food, and this is where our chicken. I just had me a fresh egg laid today. Um, but baby, that's what we need to be doing. So this my girls. If y'all see my girls, y'all see my girls out here. They got some fresh water. They love to dig. They got some shade back there, so they dig holes and lay in them. Yep, them my girls. One of them decided to stay, and y'all know I made a carpet for them. Y'all know I clean this out every morning. I would just take the water hose. I made them a nice turf. So what happens with the turf is when I clean it down, it's wet, so it keeps them cool. It's a cool place for them to have their feet, keep it covered so that not much sun is in there. And I also made them a dust bath in there. So I'm working on getting them a roof and getting the side panel, and then we are good. I'm gonna put them a little garden over here and get all of this because this is where all of their stuff is. Some lemongrass, anything that's gonna keep them. Might put a actually might put a little run here. I might put a whole run right on down so they can run back and forth. What y'all think? Y'all think I should put a run down there, leading from there, from the playground, and let them just run all the way down there? Boy, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Huh? What y'all think? Let me get back and get my coffee before. Wait a minute, y'all. I left the food over here. Them daggone flies be getting in stuff. They be all in the. They be all in the food. They be all in the chicken food. I don't want them laying no bugs in there, right? We don't want them laying stuff in here. So I'm gonna take y'all on a quick tour so y'all can see. Cause things are changing in the garden. After I protect this food, because I actually like this bag of food because they really have to work for these. They go out there and they have to scratch to find. They have to scratch to find the food. Y'all like this shirt? Isn't that cute? I don't know where I got it from. It was in one of my gift bags, but baby, I like it. And I cut it up. I'm getting rid of all the clothes, everything. I don't need it. For what? I ain't put my top over that because a fly will sure enough try me. Anyway, Let me take y'all out here. So y'all know this is my garden patio. If you haven't been here before, just know that here on my channel we talk about all things sustainable living and how to build a strong economy from the soil up. Okay, so let's go on a quick tour because I moved some things around a little bit, just trying to make some shade and build out a little bit more, utilize this space because this is very cool under here. Like this is a very cool area right here. So I make sure that I have some type of shade. So I built this out. So I'm putting, I put some tents up, literally. Like you can put tents up to keep some stuff cool, right? So it's blazing hot out here. This is the shelf that fell over, so I'm now using that outside. I'm gonna put these tables up and use those as grow space too. But I'm absolutely loving the outdoors and all the things. Look at this, y'all. Look at it. It's growing out here. Look at a tomato right there. Look at that baby. You see that? Blushing. Think I'm going to eat that today. I love fresh food. So these are growing down here and blushing. Think I'm going to pull those two today. So I grow in group. I group things. This is some greens and some holy basil. That's my moringa. I'm planting. Listen, y'all, did y'all know that Walmart they got some more trees on sale, y'all. $4, $2. I buy everything, all the trees. If it got something to do with food, I'm buying it. So these are I think I better take those back in the greenhouse. They don't like too much heat. These is actually my avocados. Avocados, I've got 4. I had 5. I don't know what happened. Oh, here's one over here that's still trying to do something, but it's still peeping. It's peeping. It's peeping a little bit. But these are some citrus trees right here. Of course, these peppers are now trying to grow because y'all know I'll be creative. This a whole ladder. This a whole bunk bed ladder, right? Strawberries, and that's I think a squash. Herbs up there. Just plant stuff, y'all. Plant herbs. Use everything. Plant. These are tomatoes down here growing in these little pots. I grow in groups, like I say. I love grouping things together. This is my lemon citrus. Look at that. Look. That's another Maya lemon over there. This is another grouped. I love the group. This is dill. Wait a minute. Something was on me. Um, I love this is dill, holy basil, tomato, pepper, all grouped into one pot. I love that for me, and it's growing very nicely. Getting some new flowers. See that? So that makes me happy. In there is a lot of beautiful things that are growing as well. We have some peppers and uh, some more group things in here. Peppers and tomatoes and basil, and we got some kale pills. We have some lavender, raspberry. We have lemongrass and fennel. We have arugula growing down there, which I absolutely love. Back there, I'm going to plant some slips. We have some more things growing down there. These greens are finally growing. That's another avocado. This is my oldest avocado tree right here. It's not bearing anything yet, but I think I'm going to cut it back a little bit. I've got some other herbs growing. And look at this, y'all. That's a wasp right there. I'm trying to avoid him. I got some stevia growing in here. Everything that I'm growing out there, I'm also growing in here because I wanted to make sure that I have something that's protected from the air. Things that are floating around in the air. Basil. I have this beautiful, right now it's beautiful and it's not unaffected by the boar. So I'm hoping it'll stay that way. These are all little pots as well. Like I told y'all, I group things together and they seem to do really well. All of these. What's exciting is how I put water in the bottom and they just grow. I don't have to, make it too wet in here. They just drawing their water from the bottom. I don't know why that bee died. He must have drowned. He must have got in that water and drowned. He should stay away from the water. You know what I'm saying? Alright, the water is a part of growth. Look at all that, y'all. Y'all see them greens growing in there? Isn't that beautiful? I'm gonna plant all these greens too and some pales. These are my sweet potato slips. So what I'm thinking about doing though, what I'm thinking about doing, I gotta cut these back, get some catnip dried up because I got some. My daughter's felines are coming home today. Um, some more lemongrass over here. But y'all, I've changed up this a little bit because I needed to bring some things closer because I need to fertilize and things was just so far away. I got so much going on the homestead. So what I've done is I have, let me just go back this way so I can walk with you a little bit. Trying to give some things a little bit of shade because it's so hot out here. My hostas are literally burning up. I'm gonna have to put them in the ground. So I moved my peppers, moved some peppers closer here so that I can fertilize and water better. I moved some more herbs here. This is a whole bed over here, but we won't talk about these beds. We're just gonna talk about these bags. So they need some water. Something's been fighting at this bag for some reason. I don't know what it is, but something been eating at it. So I came over here and I brought some tomatoes closer because I have this is a whole bed. It's got a lot of beautiful things in it. But y'all see all them tomatoes on there? Y'all, this thing is really growing. This is really doing its thing. So this is leading. This is a leading space. I put some hostas down here. Y'all see them peaches right there? Y'all see them peaches? Y'all, this thing is doing this thing. So I put some tomatoes, brought these tomatoes closer. Some of these are mixed with tomatillos. This is a tomatillo and a tomato in this bed. I got some onions in these beds and garlic in these beds as well. This is mint that's growing back because we cut it all the way back and it's regrowing. This is a tomatillo. I don't know how, I've never had those, never grew them before, but they're all very dry right now. So I had to bring them close. I'm bringing things closer so I can manage them. But it looks like I want to be careful about this one because you got to be careful about the tomatoes because, baby, them hornworms that get up in there. And you got to examine stuff and make sure stuff ain't eating at it. But this has Thai basil in it and it has regular basil in it and a pepper and dill. So hopefully maybe it'll stay away. Some more tomatillos over here. This pathway I have put in a um, what do you call this, cloth because I'm tired of dealing with the weeds. This is a tomato that, y'all, it's been in this bag for so long and this is the closest this got to growing. But it is finally getting some green leaves. I don't know what was wrong with it, but baby, this one is outbeating it and it's doing a fine job. Those are my Georgia collards over there. I have got peppers all in here. This whole bed is literally a garden right by itself because I have turned this thing over. I have flipped it. I have flipped it several times. This is where my kohlrabi was and my what was that? The Chinese vegetable bok chow. So I have some, just planted some new tomatoes there, some more tomatoes. So I'm planting in layers, right? So letting things grow, keeping things going. And then over here is a, I don't know whether it's a squash or a zucchini. I ain't got nothing from it yet. Um, it ain't been doing nothing. It's got some weird little leaves on it. I don't know what kind of plant it is, but it gets yellow. It gets yellow flowers, but I don't, I don't know what it's supposed to be producing. But it's big. It's big. Here's another tomato here and some more tomatillos. Of course, I had a whole bed of these that I planted from seed, which I love that for me. Okay, on this strip, I have moringa. I put some peppers along here. Um, Again, I'm working on getting them to size up a little bit. So this is the pepper strip. Peppers, peppers, peppers. And over here, I'm going to put green beans all along here because I just needed, I wasn't having any success with the beans. So we're working on the beans. And out here are all beds, y'all. These are all beds. So I brought my bags closer and so I can work on them because they need a whole lot more attention. But that's the orchard. You know, we got grapes, banana, raspberry, blueberry, blackberry, figs, everything. Peaches. This is an oregano bed. It used to be a Brussels sprout bed, but now the oregano then took over. So this is a whole watermelon patch right here. I'm gonna let it grow. I don't know. I might let it grow up here, grow up this way and out there, since these spaces are free. Just really trying to figure out what's gonna work best because I have so many beds. So this is a stevia bed and kale. This is strawberry. I have to do some work. It's time to do some some weeding because things are it's hot out here. So these are all peppers as well growing out here and asparagus and this is okra growing out here. Y'all, so much stuff and I'm trying to do a better job of managing all of this stuff. See now I have to clean out this. I have to put down some wood chips because these are my roselle. I've got 6 roselle bushes. They will get massive. So I need to work. So as soon as it cools off a little bit, I'm going to be working. Ooh, that was a big old bee. I have a lot of basil because I put in so much basil before I planted anything. So I'm really excited. Kale looks kind of warped right now, fried, but I'm going to keep them in the ground. Again, got to work on this area, got to get some, look at the beautiful zinnias. They growing up everywhere back there. Some tomatoes back there too. It's just a lot of, ooh, look at this. So this is drying out a little bit, but there is so many blackberries that are brand spanking new. So these are drying up a little bit, and that's okay because I have gotten gallons and gallons of blueberries. So it's kind of warm back there. We're due for some rain. These watermelons are looking beautiful. They've got some nice flowers on them, so I'm hoping to see some watermelons real soon. Once we get some good rain, I might need to go ahead and give it some water. But this is what it's looking like, y'all, right now from this angle because I just had to move some things closer because working on the bags is hard. So I brought the bags closer so I could manage them better up here with the water system and the chickens and the greenhouse. So yeah, things are things are looking up and I'm gonna get out of this heat so I can talk to y'all. Woo! I've been working. I have been working. What are y'all up to? What are y'all growing? What are some things that y'all are doing? Now this is the back side of the greenhouse where I'm going to be growing some. I'm going to put some lettuce back here because it's nice and shady. So I'm going to put some lettuce. This is my workstation where I plant things. So yeah, and it's hot as fire. When I tell me, I need to put that over there. Actually, I need to put this shelf over there so that's all together. This shelf. This is a grow shelf as well. I think I'm gonna put it right over here next to this greenhouse, or push that down some and put that shelf there. So it will be a little bit more organized. Yeah, but it's beautiful, y'all. Put up some tents. That's what I did. Look, if you need, look, I have a lot of green trees. I have trees everywhere. I just need y'all to see that I have a lot of trees. But y'all, it's still hot out here. It is still hot. It's still hot as fire. Y'all see me sweating? I'm going in. I'm going inside. Even the Geicos don't want to be out here in this heat. So that's a quick tour of what's going on the homestead. I'm about to go to the Salvation Army and take some stuff and then come back and see what else I can gather up. I'm going through my closets and my drawers first because that's actually a place where I could organize some other things. Um, here's here's something that I think that if you are looking at organizing your homestead, your home where you live to minimize stuff you don't use, right? This is one thing that I'm doing that I think that is very helpful, and that is my drawers. My drawers are not junk drawers. They are, that's where I keep my teas, stuff that I keep them in jars. So that's a great way to use your drawer space, so that you can get things from up here like this, right? These are all preserved. So like these are things that I preserved in my freeze dryer. So this is not aloe vera, but what are these called? Avocados, mushrooms. Let's see. I even have some broccoli. Y'all see that? It's dry broccoli. What else I got up here? Oh, lavender. So I have a bunch of lavender leaves. So I put those down inside the garden to keep things away. Um, so yeah, that's one of the things you can do is organize your drawers. This one is a tea drawer. Like this is a tea drawer, so I keep teas here. This so when I need to, I don't have to go look for them. I just fill these jars up. So I keep my main supply in the closet, but this is where I organize my drawers. And this is another drawer I'm using. So I'm working on these drawers and what organize them so that they are not junk drawers. I cannot stand drawers that just have a bunch of junk in them. So this is a keys. This is for keys and things. So this is another drawer I'm trying to work on, but it's kind of messy. This goes to the island, but I'm sure there are things here that I don't need. So I will be going through that as well. This cabinet is the one I'm working on the most because it has all of my bean storage. And so I have to pull out these beans and figure out, I'm going to put these beans in white buckets. So then I'll put the buckets back inside because the most important thing is to make sure that your beans are safe from bugs. Okay. Um, this is another cabinet to the island, a bunch of stuff. I put a thing in here so I can pull stuff out, but I'm sure there are things in here I don't need. So I'm going to be going through that. This is old, no longer available. So I'm going through it. That's the thing. You have to make it like a practice. Like practice going through and getting rid of stuff. Like, baby, I don't need no antique stuff. I do not need it around here. I don't need it. Uh, no. If it's antique, then I can sell it. Get some money for it. So one of the things I told my husband, I said, listen, I'm learning that husband and wives, they save so much stuff. Something happens to one of them and they're no longer here anymore, then that person has to go through all of those things, right? I am going to be going through my photo albums and I'm going to write stories. I'll write stories about the pictures that I see, what was happening, what was that era. Just write some stories, right? Memoirs, using the pictures, the photo albums, and then create a scrapbook, right? A scrapbook with your photos. That way, and then you have them in a central place. Like if you create scrapbooks, then you put all your scrapbooks in one place. You won't have like all these photos. You will have like dates and times. You will have what was happening in the photo, for future generations to look at because definitely we don't We digitize so much now that all the photos and the new memories are literally um, on the internet. But here's my thing, y'all. Mine's are on my phones, and I don't get rid of phones. So all of my phones have pictures on them. So they are my storage banks, right? Because I don't sell my phones back. Um, so that's one thing. But yeah, so y'all get y'all get to getting rid of stuff, y'all. Get you can't go to the hills with it, right? Mm. You cannot go to the hills with all that stuff. If you run to the hill, you got to leave all that stuff behind. Go ahead and give it to somebody who need it. Just go ahead and give those things to somebody who need it, who does not have. Maybe they setting up a new house. They need a coffee maker. Maybe they need some pots and pans. I don't know. But it's got to go out of here. So I am having an exciting time. What I am going to keep is my all the things that I preserve food with. You know, if I don't need it, I'm old fashioned making bread. I'm not buying no more equipment because that's not how my grandparents made. That's not how my grandmother made bread. She didn't have machines to do it. Like these, that's not sustainable. Because listen, when um you don't if you don't have electricity, then certainly running a machine that requires electricity is not sustainable. So how did our grandparents do it, right? So I think that there's a certain amount of traditional cooking methods for cooking that are necessary for us. He said my father, he oh, CJ, you not kind. I'm somebody's mama, and you're somebody's son. Do better, okay? So anyway, the thing is to make sure that that you are eliminating, waste. Why do we buy so many things? Why do we buy things we don't need? Like, what was the traditional way? No, my mother is deceased. My mother is deceased. So, CJ, go on about your business. You don't have nothing nice to say. Please go on about your business. This is a clean channel. I'm 62 years old and married with children and grandchildren. And if you don't repent, you're going to pay for that. I suggest you go ahead and repent for the things that you're saying, or you will pay for them. May the dealings of the Lord be upon you. Absolutely not. That's not my mama name. What's taffy? What's that? I'm not making taffy. That's candy. That's sweet, and that's not good for you. I am drinking some coffee though, and talking about running to the hill. I'm talking about. I am talking about running to the hill because running to the hill is what the Father told us to do. He said, "Don't be standing around fighting." I didn't ask you to fight. I didn't ask you to fight them demons. I told you to run to the hill. Are y'all prepared to run to the hill? That is the topic today. And in order to do that, you got to get rid of, because some people are going to look back. Some people are going to look back. Some people are going to look back and not want to leave things because they idle them, right? So I'm preparing myself not to idolize nothing, baby. If I use it, what's in my coffee? Coffee and cream. Coffee and cream. And stevia. No, I put cane in there this time. But I use stevia. Do you know I grow my own stevia? So I love stevia and I love agave. So, yeah. But I use some cane this time. Some cane. Some raw cane. Hmm. So, anyway, I'm not going to stay longer because I took my friends on a tour to show them what I was doing in the garden. You funny, Dominic. Um, I was showing everybody what transformations the garden is making right now, and why it's important that we make some trips to the Goodwill, make some trips to the Salvation Army, get rid of some things you cannot take it with you. I'd rather leave a home that's supplied with medicine and materials than to leave a home that's full of junk that people had to go through, right? Um, so that's my goal. I love plants, so go. Yeah, this is my this is my look. This is my look. I wear a lot of turbans. I love them. I have locks, so it's too hot. It's too hot to have them down, so I wear them up, but I wear them up all year long. So when I take them down, people are like, "Oh man, you have so much hair." I do. But anyway, that's the end of my conversation for today. I have to go make a trip to the Salvation Army, my first trip for today. I'm taking some pillows and some blankets, some coats, some pots and some pans, and then I'm going to come back and find some more things. Thank you. Thank you, and I love to wear them. Okay. All right. Peace, everybody. Y'all have the most amazing day. And whatever you do, don't let anybody get in your way on the journey to becoming who God called you to become. And stop letting things get in the way. Things can get in the way of doing what God told you to do too. You know, that's what, because He told us to run to the hill. Don't let them things get in the way. Don't let these things in your houses get in your way because they're material things. Material things that you can idolize and then you don't want to leave them. All right. So I'm headed to Salvation Army. Y'all have the most amazing day. Whatever you do, don't let anyone get in the way on your journey to becoming who God has called you to become. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you on the next one.